Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Thursday, November 6th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. Actually, before I jump into the charts, I just want to mention that on Tuesday, WickedStocks.com put out a stock pick on Coterra Energy. They are a Houston-based hydrocarbon energy exploration company. You might want to check them out. They're on the precipice of a significant buy signal. We give all the criteria, all the levels that you need to close above on a weekly basis, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you might want to check them out. If you take advantage of our 5-day free trial, you'll also get today, Thursday's stock pick that we'll put out. And I think even early next week, you'll get next Tuesday. So check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with the weekly chart. That is 181.20, meaningful classic channel bottom, able to contain selling through the rest of the year, and above which the 219.64 area remains, let's just call it a 2 to 3 month target. With present volatility, it could be by the end of the year in less than 2 months. And certainly, if we were over the coming weeks to close below 181.20, then we've got a good high, I think, through the first quarter, where 148.13 would be expected within 2 or 3 months. And even lower, I think it's possible into the 110s, 120s, perhaps within 2 to 3 months. But, you know, as things stand right now, we have not violated 181.20. We haven't tested 181.20, but we are expecting 181.20 as a 2 to 3 week objective following the settlement a couple of days ago. That would have been Tuesday of this week, back below the 202.99 rising channel top. Having settled above it about a week earlier, we were anticipating this 219.64 to 228.70 region as a 2 to 3 week target, which we're expecting anyway, once again, as a 2 to 3 month objective above 181.20. It's just that in the interim, over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should fall into the lower 180s. It looks something like this in the daily chart, selling 202.99 day traders, 3 to 5 day swing traders, and yes, 2 to 3 week swing traders, anticipating this newly formed channel bottom at 181.80 on the daily chart, 181.20 on the weekly chart, where we could bottom out through the rest of the year and round up into the 210s, 220s within 2 to 3 months or sooner. Now, once again, if we were over the coming weeks to close below 181.20, then we've got a good high for the rest of the year, and I would expect then within a couple of months, 148.13, and probably into the 110s, 120s within 2 to 3 months. On the way down, we still have 193.61, that former channel top. You know, I'm going to keep this as a session containment level. I don't want to diminish its importance, but I just want to remind you that we are expecting it to be violated on the way down, obviously to 181.20. That's pretty intelligent on my part, I think, to anticipate a violation of 193.61 when we are expecting 181.20. I kid you, of course, but 193.61 still able to contain a daily selling pressures. I would rather have you take profits on a short position that may have been established yesterday at 202.99, some profits anyway.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the QQQ, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
If you're a day trader, if you're a kind of a 3 to 5 day swing trader, 193.61 should have meaning for you. But if you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, you know, you are ignoring essentially 193.61 and holding out for a short position you may have established here, especially on Wednesday when we rallied back into this meaningful resistance, holding out for 181.80. And if we were to close today below 193.61, we should see, with present volatility, the low 180s within 3 to 5 days. So your next 3 to 5 day swing trade to the downside is a settlement below 193.61. Until then, day traders can have at 193.61. Just know that we are expecting its eventual demise, its eventual violation. And if today, and we may, we should see that low 180s, 181.20 to 183.82 over the next 3 to 5 days by the end of next week, where once again we can bottom out through the rest of the year. So if you're short now from 202.99, you're taking profits at 181.80 over the next week or two, and in fact you reverse and can go long, rounding back up into the 220s. This formation will have its own channel top in the 220s once we test it. And the 220s should ring a bell, and that is this area here, the significant wave counts, A, B, C, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So let's talk upside, that in the event we do happen to push through 202.99, it is this channel top at 206.26 that is in reach. I'll be frank, if we close above 202.99, I'm not crazy about being short NVIDIA into tomorrow. But we could wind up topping out for a spell at 206.26, like for the better part of the day tomorrow. I do see a settlement above 206.26 as the full reversal point. And these two are narrowing every day. 202.99 rising, 206.26 is dropping. And so, you could sell 202.99 and reverse above 206.26. In other words, not only cover a short position you may establish at 202.99, but actually go long above 206.26. Should you go long with a settlement above 202.99 in and of itself? And I don't actually have a problem with that. I think if we close back above 202.99, we are likely to make our way as we continue into later November, early December, into the 210s, 220s. And so 2 to 3 week swing traders, I think, can play the long side above 202.99 as we continue through the month of November. But in terms of just a more kind of aggressive rally that could play out over the same time horizon, closing above 206.22. Now, that's just for today. These two are converging entirely tomorrow and Monday. So just for today, you've got a range. So you're selling 202.99. I don't know if you'll get that opportunity again. But if you do, there it is. And then you reverse above 206.22 and actually go long into the 210s, 220s. Until then, we're expecting 193.61 probably today. We're expecting the low 180s over the next couple of weeks. And if we close today below 193.61, we should see the low 180s, our target, by the end of next week. Does that say everything? I think it actually does. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Friday's NVIDIA report, and you have a great day.